in audio.
Stop talking about Aston Villa.
Yo, people! Welcome to Villa in Noir. Wherever you are, if you're joining now, if you're watching on the playback, yo, make sure you smash that like button. Yo, make sure you sub to the channel. And make sure you put some respect on Aston Villa's name. Are you mad? Listen, Aston Villa 4, Liverpool 2. Yo, some people told me it wasn't going to happen. I had a few people from Arsenal telling me that, Unai flops at the end of the season. And there was weeks when I thought it was going to happen. There was weeks and games when I thought, he's really going to do what these man said. But as I said last week, Unai Emery's playing chess and us man are playing checkers. So Aston Villa have just qualified outright for the Champions League for the second time in 3 years. Aston Villa, who couldn't spend more than maybe 65 million in the summer compared to the teams around them, Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United, Man City, who have all spent upwards of 150 mil, and that's being generous. Aston Villa have managed to make it into the Champions League outright without having to lift the Europa League trophy. We've still got a chance to go and do that and just get Champions League that way anyway. Listen, this is all the stress, all the everything that I've been feeling since February when Tielemans and McGinn went down and Kamara went down. Listen, I can say that right now there's a weight that's been lifted. And I'm sure for the players, a weight has been lifted off of them. Because the objective has been reached. And I'm not trying to get into no preaching bag right now. But sometimes you have to speak things into existence, man. And even when it didn't look like it was going to happen, even when the form book said it wasn't going to happen, even as recent as maybe 2-3 weeks ago, sometimes you have to keep saying something. Sometimes you have to keep saying things into the atmosphere, man. Do you know what I mean? So when I was getting questioned all those weeks ago, is it going to happen? I said, we're going to get Champions League by any means necessary. Julian or JM, are you going to get top 5? We're going to get top 5. By any means necessary. And look where we are. 1 game out from the end of the season. Sitting in 4th space. The likelihood is we're going to finish in 4th, which means you would have qualified for the Champions League even if it was just top 4. So I don't need to say no damn thank yous to Arsenal. Don't need to say no thank yous to them, man, at all. And here we are. Now, to talk about the game itself. Listen, last home game of the season. Final game before we go to Turkey. That's how you want to finish. That's how you want to leave the country. That's how you want to go into a final game. I was a bit wary of that starting lineup, obviously, because of Unai, because of the final. It was our strongest 11. It was our strongest 11. However, there's a reason why. As I said, Unai Emery's playing chess and we're playing checkers. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what his plan is. Obviously, with 5 days rest, there's enough time for these guys to rest and go again. The only worry was if anyone picked up any injuries. Ollie Watkins went down quite early in the game and I was worried that it was going to be a problem, but he went on to score 2 goals. And you know what? The guys are starting to click into form at the right time. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. Emi Buendia looks like he's hit a gear. Ollie Watkins has hit a gear. Morgan over the last few games has hit a gear. He's getting his assists up. He scored today, a beautiful goal today. McGinn, top gear. Top gear. Listen, we look good. The football that we're playing is good. You know, I think Victor Lindelof, listen, hindsight, best signing we've made. Best signing we made this season. Hindsight says we probably should have gambled on him earlier, playing that role. He could have maybe taken some of the strain off Onana at points, especially when we were down on midfielders. We tried Bogard there, it didn't work. But Victor Lindelof has been an absolute godsend. And today we saw it again that there seems to be a nice little partnership between him and Tielemans. I feel extremely confident about what's called again? About Thursday. I feel extremely confident about Thursday now. About Wednesday now. Let's just go and win it now. That's how you want to leave the ground. That's how you want to leave the season at your home ground. You know, we beat Liverpool 4-2. Went ahead. Brilliant goal by Morgan Rogers. A bit sloppy in what happened in the second in Van Dijk's goal. You know what? It was never going to be straightforward. But how we responded to that was just epic. Was absolutely epic. Went and scored 3 goals, no reply of 2 goals. They score again. Or did they score? Yeah, they scored again, and then we scored a 4th. No, we didn't. It was 4-1. I don't remember because it was just so good. You know, we went and scored 3 unanswered goals, then they scored 1 goal, and we just held on at the end. But that's how you want to finish. And I'm gonna be honest. I have to give Unai Emery his plaudits, man. There was times in this season where I thought that he wasn't good enough, but he's got these guys ticking at the right time. Like, come on, some of the play today, the one touch football, the picking apart, and obviously I know that this isn't the best Liverpool team, as similar as it is to last season's title winning team. There's still some anchor players there. They're not playing at their best at all. And I do hear the shouts of the Liverpool fans in some respect. I do think there's the question of you probably need to give him another season slot to kind of figure out which one's the anomaly season, whether it was last season or this season, which one's the outlier. Because if this is the outlier season and what his real output is last season, you want to keep him in it. But if this is the trend, if this season's the trend for Liverpool fans, you want to get rid of him. However, you got to see it for another year just to see what gone, or at least half a season. But yeah, as much as it was not the best Liverpool team, we took advantage of their high line. You know, I think what was interesting, as we scored more goals, they became more risky. And obviously, I understand because they wanted to get something out of the game, but it was clear to see that we were picking them apart. So making it more risky just opened up even more. But that's how you respond. That's how when when people are doubting whether you're gonna do it, you limp to a draw against Burnley. You know, you lose to Spurs the week before. A lot of people are worried. A lot of people, me included, Villa fans, worried about the league form, but Emery knows what he's doing. So big up to him. Standout players today. I think I saw the best of most of our players today. You know, Morgan Rogers just starting to hit the ground running. Ollie Watkins, and this is the thing, man. He could have scored 4 today, if I'm honest. Do you know what I mean? He had some clear cut chances that he could have scored. But when Ollie Watkins is on it, and you can see the confidence in him at the moment, guys. I don't know if you're watching the games. You can see the confidence. He's starting to do the step overs. He's moving with a little bit more, I won't say aggression, but a little bit more determination. He looks like Ollie Watkins of either last year or the year before. He's starting to find a groove, and that Ali Watkins going into a final, I'm good. Buendia is playing well as well. Everyone's playing well, and I'll be straight with you guys. I went into this game and I genuinely thought, I'll take a draw, just thinking ahead to the final. But genuinely, the way I feel now that the game's won, the Champions League has been secured for Aston Villa again. 4 years in a row we've been in Europe, by the way, for let everybody know. Sure. I would say there's a complete weight lifted. And Wednesday night just feels that much more comfortable. Don't have to worry about next week. Sorry, Arsenal fans. I'm really, really sorry. We're playing our kids next week. Even if we don't win the Europa League. We're playing our kids next week. Understand? City, go and get 7 against us, man. We don't mind. You know what I'm saying? We don't mind. We don't mind at all. We've got 4th place bagged, I think. Actually, either way. You know what I'm trying to say? So we can just chill now. We're good to go. Good to go. So Wednesday, Villa fans. Now this is what it accumulates to. Wednesday is the biggest game for many of us in our lifetimes. Me, my lifetime, or my conscious lifetime anyway. I can't say biggest game, but obviously I've been alive for both FA Cup finals we lost. But this is a huge game. We can do something amazing. Big up Remo. All right, fam. I'm gonna message you because I want to know what you're doing. Anyway, I'll message you, right? Because I'm trying to be either. Anyway, I'll message you, right? I'll message you. But listen, Villa fans, I need us to lock in. And whether you're going to Turkey, whether you're gonna go to any of the fan parks that are in Birmingham, like man are hiring out the arena, bro. Yo, man are having the arena. Man are having the arena. I know trying to get a booth at any of these bars on Broad Street is literally just can't even do it at the moment. I need one though. So yeah, guys, I'm excited. I haven't been this excited as a Villa fan for a long time. This feels like a successful season now. Do you know what I mean? These men are playing with house money on Wednesday. Let's go do it. So, guys, listen. You know what it is. You know what it is. Aston Villa in the Champions League. Aston Villa in the Europa League final. Objective done. Objective done. Unai Emery said at the start of the season, even when we were going on that winning streak and everybody was talking about us being title contenders, he just kept our feet on the ground and said, "We're not title contenders until game week 35. If we're there, then cool." That's what he said. He said, "Yo, just keep the objective is Europe. The objective is getting Europe, man. Do you know what I mean? And we've done it. And you know what that means, people? No more chilies. Even if we don't win on Wednesday, it's not gonna be a chili. It's not gonna be like a crazy chili. It might be a little something, unless it's a really bad performance. But there's no more chili. There's no more Carolina Reapers. I had to hold them. I had to save them. I had to save them just in case. I had to save the ones I had left. I had to save them just in case. But they can go over there now. I don't need them anymore. There's no chance because the objective has been reached. Big up Unai Emery. There are conversations that we might need to have in the future. But for now, we take the win. We enjoy this win. I know the energy is going to be high from the players and the fans. And we take that to Wednesday. We go get ourselves some silverware. Guys, big up, man. Do you know what I mean? Big up, big up, big up, big up. Yeah. No witting roundabout for me. No nothing. No nothing. But yeah, listen, people, I've got to forward to the barbers, man. I'm gonna get this stuff sorted out and that. And we move. Big up to everybody. Make sure you're liking this video. Make sure you're liking it, even if you're watching on the playback. And we move. Aston Villa 4, Liverpool 2. But there's still some unfinished business on Wednesday. But you guys will see me before then. All right, guys, listen, enjoy your weekend. I'm not streaming this weekend. It's my little man's birthday over this weekend, so just gonna be there for a little bit of that. And yeah, forward on Monday. See me on the catch up on Monday, guys. Yeah, what I mean. But yeah, in fact, whilst this is going up, let me just tell you, there's some spots that are doing like fan parks. I know that the warehouse at Villa Park are doing it, but I think the tickets have been allocated. It's quite strict. All the pubs around Villa Park are doing their thing as well. I went into the Aston Inn yesterday. I was like, yo, they're like, yeah, the only way we can guarantee seats if you're there from 8 in the morning on Wednesday. All the bars on Broad Street, but also the Utilita Arena, which is obviously the old NIA Arena, is doing a fan park. So I think there's still tickets there, tables, seats and stuff like that. So let's get out there, man. Support the team. Paint Birmingham in claret and blue, man. Do you know what I mean? Let the whole city know that this is our city. You get me? And we go out there and win and enjoy, bro. Do you know what I mean? So big up to everybody. I will see you soon. This has been Villa and Noir. And as always, guys, you know the drill. Hold on. Yo, I'm trying to pattern something special, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to pattern something special. I want to be somewhere, but I also want to be able to do my stream. Yeah, I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to sort something out and go from there. I need to be with the villains in some way, shape, or form. So yeah. All right then, big up people. I will see you soon. Up the Villa as always. Peace and God bless.